So yeah, I'm really stuck in a lift in my apartment building on my way to work. So I guess that it's a good time to finally get to doing some voiceovers and get this thing done, especially because I don't think it's gonna be anytime soon. I called them through the intercom and they're saying that they're gonna call someone, then I called them again and that someone was on voicemail. So yeah, I don't know how long I'm gonna stay down here. But yeah, this was the squat session. First set, I tried to push an extra rep from the previous day, and I did 5. It was starting to feel like a decent effort. I knew I had a couple of reps in reserve still, which is a good thing. And going into the superset with the hanging leg raises, I thought that I would just go for 4 in the second one, which is the same that I've done the previous week. And I just want to progress as slowly as I can, allowing myself to get 1 rep extra on each given session. The second set was looking alright. I was really thinking about not having the heel pop because I believe in the first set, the first rep there was the tiniest raise of the right heel, and in here I was going a bit more controlled. The reps were getting a bit slower, but when I'm looking back at them, at no point does it really look like I was struggling, even though it was starting to feel heavy by the last one. I probably had another kind of clean rep, and then I don't really want to be grinding any squat reps anyways, even though it would be a good training for learning how to fail in case I got stuck in the hole at some point. And then I was getting into this other set of the hanging leg raises with an extra 2 kilos on there. The piriformis wasn't giving me any discomfort, so that was a good thing. I managed to get in some straight leg work that was working both the hip flexors and the rectus abdominis with legs straight and a bit more of a disadvantageous leverage. Then I moved over to the other superset, which was the usual back extensions and also 1 arm rows. Back extensions, I stayed with 25 kilos on my back, and I was going for 12 repetitions. I'm thinking that at this point I will be going up in weight and go for 30 and go down to something like 7 or 8 reps and go through the progression again. I feel like going over 12 reps on something like this is probably too much. I'd rather develop some extra strength in the posterior chain rather than having my trousers not fit well. And for the rows, I was going up in weight from the previous time. These are kind of easy. I really should be eventually get to a weight that is kind of challenging for about 6 to 7 reps, and then I will be going up towards 10 on both arms. Because I'm doing 1 arm at a time, then the set itself takes a decently long time. So over here as well, I'd rather have slightly lower repetitions, and because the set takes a bit longer, I'd rather go heavy than light and go high reps. Also at this point, my low back was starting to feel somewhat pumped because isometrically it had to stabilize through both the back extensions in here and also on the rows. And there was a bit of a rotational component on the rows here because as I am leaning onto the 45 back extension machine, there is a bit of that. But anyways, it wasn't really giving me any discomfort. I could tell that it was working, so that was probably a bonus of the combination of exercises. And in the end, it was a good session. Let's see if they get me out of here, by the way. Ciao.